Hello again, this is Mike Graham, and today I'm going to talk to you about the follow-up, really, to the last video in which I talked about the impossible difficulty of doing an online business and how it struck me that really this wasn't easy at all. And it isn't, but I was delivered a few messages by the universe, which is a well-organized, well-run organization, to the effect that this is all about delayed gratification, that if one works hard and one works consistently and one works in the right ways, doing the right things, then eventually the rewards will come, but one has to wait for them. And that the answer to everything was to be disciplined and to be consistent. Obviously you have to do the right things at the right time, do them consistently and keep on doing them, and the rewards will come. Well, okay, assuming that is the way forward, then that's probably the way I'm proceeding, because obviously apart from, throwing a big sulk and giving everything up, there's very little else one can do except carry on going along in the same direction. I'm reminded of a story I was told not that long ago by one of my coaches about the Chinese bamboo tree, which some of you may have heard. Not all of you, no doubt, but this is the story of a farmer who sowed some bamboo seeds, which is special for a special bamboo tree, and he was told that he had to just water the area where he'd sowed the seeds for 5 years. And he had to water it on a daily basis. And he just had to keep on doing this. And while everybody else grew normal crops and saw their crops grow, this farmer just kept on watering the area where he'd sowed the bamboo seeds. And this went on daily, 365 days a year, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, and people looked at the farmer and thought, well, you're a bit screwy, aren't you? Going and watering this patch of ground when nothing is happening. Well, what are you up to, mate? You've got to have something growing, otherwise you're wasting your time. And he paid it very little attention and allowed them to call him mad and went on watering the area where he'd sown the seeds. And so he carried on sowing the seed, watering the patch, and 3 years had passed, then 4 years. And he carried on into the 5th year, watering this area on a daily basis, faithful, patient, always doing it, no let up. And he carried on doing it, and the 5th year was sort of over halfway through, and still nothing had happened. And it had passed 9 months into the 5th year, and nothing had happened. And then about 4 years, 10 months, and 2 weeks in, suddenly bamboo started springing up out of the ground where he'd been watering, and it shot up into the air. It went so high up, and suddenly the Chinese bamboo tree had sprouted, only because he carried on watering every day for all the length of time it had taken. And the moral of the story is that if that's the instruction, then you carry on doing it, regardless. And I suppose this applies to this business, or that is the message in the story, that if you carry on watering, if you carry on doing the basic work that you've got to do, taking action every day, getting traffic, sending it to your opt-in page, eventually your business will just sprout out of the ground and take off. What is one to draw from this? Well, entrepreneurs are probably, as a load of people, fairly insane anyway, because to do this, you've got to be extraordinarily optimistic, extraordinarily patient, and have an attitude of solid steel, whereby you're just not going to give in. Another way of looking at it is big suckers. Other jobs are easier, but Anyway, this is my course of action, so it looks as though I shall carry on doing it. And somewhere down the line I will get the results I want, and I'll be able to laugh at everybody else. Anyway, I hope this is valuable. I hope it's interesting, and see you on the next one.